Hey, what's going on? It's Yunny Goldz. Right now I'm going to do a cool vocal mixing tutorial over one of my beats with hooks. So I record these vocals. I'm going to show you how I mix them, how I got them to sound I'm going to show you how I mix them, how I got them to sound like they are, and I hope you enjoyed it and appreciate something about it, and maybe learn a little bit insight into the process.
Like I loved you in the summer. Could you love like that? If you tried, or would you throw it away? Yeah, throw it away. Oh. And I tried to remind you that it's obvious when your eyes go there, they're looking away.
So we're here right now in Ableton, and I'm going to show you what I did with the mix. This mix is kind of crazy because I got a lot of these tracks and punch-ins with different sections, and I'm just going to show you the breakdown of what was the raw vocal and how it became the mixed vocal and just what went into that. This is one of the beats I produced myself with my own acoustic guitar actually, so I hope you kind of like the beat. This beat kind of goes like this. It's a really cool acoustic guitar beat that I really enjoyed, and I think I needed a hook, so I started recording some vocals over it. And I got my raw vocals here on display, so I'm kind of exposing the raw sound of these vocals, and I hope you understand the process. Okay, this is what they sound like raw.
Like I loved you in the summer. Could you love like that? If you tried, or would you throw it away?
So they got some melody, they got some vibe. First thing I do is put some auto-tune on it, get it in key, get it in pitch.
Like I loved you in the summer.
I use Waves Tune real time, just get it right. It works, it's pretty solid, it gets the job done.
Like I loved you in the summer.
Next thing I do is just cut off a lot of low end and boost some high end because I know I'm gonna want it kind of crispy, kind of high and in your face. That's important. This is just my main vocal chain. It kind of works every time. And then if it doesn't work every time, I put the main EQ over the group of all the little sections I've done. And then it really just cleans up all the parts that needed it. So over here, it's going to be like a de-esser, OTT, which just, OTT is a multi-band compressor that just really puts it present and in your face. Noise gate, in a little reverb to give it presence. So it's gonna sound like this just with my main chain.
Could you love like that? If you tried, or would you throw it away? Yeah, throw it away.
I'll show you the whole track with the other parts.
And I tried to remind you that it's obvious when your eyes go there, they're looking away.
That has some harmonies on it, so you'll hear that later. But over here, I'm just deciding that this is pretty much where I want it. The only thing I had to do over the main mix, which is I put it in a group and I kind of just send a whole EQ over it just to kind of tame down everything that's going on with it, is this. And then the final thing I put on it, this is kind of a real-time EQ called goldz that works as, it's a real-time dynamic EQ that hears frequencies that are just a little too boomy, and it works real-time to cut them out. So this is one of the mixes that I use this on.
In the summer, could you love like that?
This plugin is pretty crazy. I could probably do a whole video just talking about this, but it's just about a dynamic EQ that tones down frequencies based on these levels: recover, tame, bias, and brighten. But if you like crazy plugins that can do all this dynamic EQ real time, goldz does it. So after that, and then just some more reverb just to give it more presence. It goes like this.
In the summer, could you love like that? If you tried, or would you throw it away? Yeah, throw it away.
Now over on this side, I got some emphases, some background, some ad-libs. They go a little bit like this. They're kind of put on the same chain, auto-tune, EQs, OTT. Then I just kind of tone them down a bit, turn them down and pan them a little left and right. So this is what these kind of background emphasis sound like.
Loved you, summer. If you tried, throw it away. Throw it away.
They got a little more reverb on them. I boosted this reverb up so it's just a little more wet and just kind of has a little more of a tail to it. So when it's played over the main sound, it's like,
I loved you in the summer. Could you love like that? If you tried, or would you throw it away? Yeah.
pause. This song, or this hook at least, means a lot to me. I think these lyrics were pretty powerful. It was meaningful to me, definitely, at the time. So I put some passion into it. Definitely these things have delays on them. This is my delay vocal chain that has, a delay. It's kind of EQ'd out, so it kind of has this telephone sound, and it's side chain to the main group, so it's like, it's subtle, but every time the main group is playing it,
Yeah, throw it away.
I definitely like a lot of delays in my voice because it just widens it and fills in all the gaps. And it just sounds good that way, so.
And I tried to remind you that it's obvious when your eyes go there, they're looking away.
And I put some layer punch-ins over this, and these are just the same chain because I knew it was working. Panned a little bit left.
Go there, they're looking away. When your eyes go there, they're looking away.
It's getting a little crunchy with the CPU, but hope you can forgive that.
No, they're not looking at me.
I like this part the best because this has a lot of harmonies. These harmonies sound like this.
They're not looking at me. No, they're not looking at me.
Definitely really auto-tuned, but they kind of create a crazy harmony right
No,
here.
they're not looking at me. No, they're not looking at me.
So that's cool. And then over there on top of the beat, a couple things I did to the beat were put some bell, just big curves, dips, if you want to call them, over these harmonies. Because I think over these frequencies, because the acoustic guitar was booming a little too much through. Trust me, the difference is pretty staggering. So it just almost becomes a whole different beat. These curves were just competing a lot with where the vocal was trying to sit in the middle. And this is another gull-foss, which is the real-time EQ. It just cleans up a lot of annoying frequencies that I just didn't really want in the beat. And just trust me, it makes room for the vocal. So I do that. I never hesitate to clean up the beat if it needs to be. Any beat I get, I clean it up just to make sure it's ready for the vocals. So that over these vocals.
Throw it away. Yeah. Throw it away. And I tried to remind you that it's obvious when your eyes go there, they're looking away. No, they're not looking at me.
These are getting kind of crunchy. I think I'm pushing the CPU, but I hope you can forgive that. And that's just kind of how the vocals were mixed. And these backgrounds had some extra ad-libs, like
No, no, no.
And that just kind of gives it some space in between no-no-nos. You always got to add up some ad-libs. They're just going to make the whole thing interesting.
In the summer, could you love like that? If you tried, or would you throw it away?
So yeah, that's kind of how I mix this one. This hook is available. It's a beat on my channel. I'll put the link of this beat with hook. So just check it out if you want to get on it. I'd be so hyped. I just want to hear just versions of it and people that want to throw verses on it. And it's got a whole open section right here.
Love like that, if you tried, or would you throw it away?
With another hook in between, so we can have a whole song like that way. And just check it out. If you need your vocals mixed, hit me up. I hope you learned something and maybe got some insight into the process. And if you're interested, just check out the other beats and hooks, and you'll probably find something you like. So thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.